Okay, so I'm going to be working out problem number 5 that you guys took on your test. So let me read it. Kelly and 3 friends collected seashells at the beach. Working together, they collected 8.5 buckets of seashells. They divide the seashells equally among them. How many buckets of seashells does each person get? Now this one is self-explanatory and it tells you exactly which order of operations to do. It says to divide. So I know that I'm going to be dividing. Okay? And it says you got to divide 8.5 buckets amongst people. Now, when you originally look at this, and I know that I did this mistake, you see that letter, you see that number 3, and you're going to plug in the number 3 to divide. And the problem is that it's Kelly and 3 friends. So how many total people? 4. So you're dividing 8.5 by 4. Now you could take this problem several different ways. I know I saw a lot of students turn this into a decimal, but just for refresher purposes, I'm going to remind you how to divide fractions. Okay, so I'm going to do it as a fraction. Another reason why I want to do it as a fraction is if you look at this here, your answers are in fraction form. So whatever work I do up here, I want to make sure that my answer ends up being a fraction. Okay, so one of the things you want to remember is that you cannot divide a whole number into a mixed number. You gotta have either all fractions, all improper fractions, all whole numbers in order for this to work. So I'm gonna turn this one into an improper fraction by doing my horseshoe method, which I end up with 17 over 2 divided by 4. Now, I don't know if you remember, but we, at the beginning of the school year, we did the whole copy, change, flip. So I'm going to do copy, change, flip. And I'm going to the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my problem. Okay, don't start flipping anything until you first set up your problem. Then I'm going to copy it, 17 over 2, change division to multiplication. And the flip of 4, if you think about it as a fraction, the flip of 4 is 4. Well, not the flip. The fraction form of a whole number of 4 is 4 over 1. Okay? So I need you guys to remember when you're doing this, I need you to remember that when you're dividing whole numbers by fractions or fractions by whole numbers, you must put the whole number over 1. Okay? So the flip of it would obviously be 1 over 4. Okay? And then you end up with this setup. Okay? Okay, so you end up with this setup. Okay, 17 over 2 times 1 over 4. Okay? And if you remember correctly, I showed you guys to multiply fractions straight across. Now I want to go ahead and write in the word across so that you don't cross multiply. Remember, across and cross are two very different things. This one means this. This one means this. Okay? When you're cross multiplying. So here is going to be 17. 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. Then you just simplify. 8 goes into 17 2 times with 1 over 8 left over. And that is my answer. Okay? I also had a student do it this way. And so that obviously is letter B. But I had a student do it 8.5 divided by 4. Okay? And she went this route, and that's absolutely correct. The only problem there is that you eventually have to turn that answer that's a decimal into a fraction. I just wanted to show you guys this part so that I reminded you. Okay, so if you have any questions, just go ahead and email me or let me know.